champions, and welcome to It's Wawny time. Well, as you can see, today we are cooking in Wawny'S kitchen. Y'all know Wawny tries to cook something on Sunday, just a little bit something on Sunday. But today we making homemade mashed potatoes. Now I know y'all got your own recipes and things like that out there, but the purpose of me cooking on Sunday is, you know, try to show you some quick and easy stuff. Maybe give you some ideas that you never thought about before, yada, yada, yada. So, if you want to see what I have in store for you today with these homemade mashed potatoes, then simply, please keep watching. So, as you can see, I got my pot here, stainless steel. And I've already cut up my potatoes. Well, hubby cut up the potatoes for me. And he just chunked them out. Let me just show you. He just chunked them out for me because, you know, I'm going to mash them anyway. Now, the yellow that you see is what I boil my potatoes in just to give them a little flavor. And I'm going to show you what that is. I use a chicken base. It's really a soup base. Chicken flavored soup base. You can use soup bases. They have one in chicken flavor. They have one in beef flavor. You can make gravies with the base, soups with the base, any type of thing that you would need flavoring. I will share a tip with you. Chicken bases or chicken bouillon. You can use chicken bouillon as well. They make excellent seasoning for green vegetables, really any type of vegetable. It's a good seasoning base. So this particular brand is by Brookwood, and we have a store here called Lit, L-I-T, in Memphis, and they pretty much sell a lot of wholesale stuff. And you can kind of buy in bulk, but then you can also just buy items. You know, they have a seasoning section where they have every seasoning you would want in the bigger tubs. So this would be a bigger tub of the chicken base. And for me, it's just more economical to buy this kind of stuff. Now, mind you, I don't use this particular brand all the time. And you got to be careful about your bouillon cubes and your chicken bases because they contain a lot of salt. A lot of salt. And that's one of the reasons why I don't use this particular one all the time. Now, I do have one that I get from Costco. Oh, goodness. Where is it? Here it is. Hold on, y'all. And this is organic reduced sodium. And you can buy this one in Costco. And it's called Better Than Bouillon. And it's a paste. It's a roasted chicken base. And as you can see, it's a paste. And I generally use this, but for some reason, I was just digging in my cabinet, and I didn't even think about that one. So anyway, we're using this regular old here. Oops. We're using this regular old chicken soup base. So because that's got so much sodium in it, which y'all know is salt, I won't, you know, add a whole lot. I won't add anything else to my potatoes while they're boiling. Now, as you can see, it's a thick powder, but as it'll melt as it cooks down. And once it gets dissolved, that's what I mean. When it gets dissolved, then these potatoes will pretty much be cooking in a chicken soup. Okay, or a chicken flavored water, which would be like a soup, so to speak. So once this starts to boil and cook down, I'll come back and let y'all see what it looks like. Okay, as you guys can see, the bouillon has melted. It's no longer in that powder form. Let me pick this up. Oops. Hold on, y'all. You're just going all over the doggone place. But see how that powder has melted? Now we're getting ready to kind of stir it up a little bit so that it gets all the way through and through. But you see, it was that powder and it melted, and you see how yellow it is. Now that is technically a chicken broth, like you would make a chicken broth when you got a bad cold, or you know, whatever you might need a chicken broth. This is technically a chicken broth because I made it with chicken base. And the purpose of this is for me cooking it in the chicken base is to just give my potatoes some flavoring through and through. which also helps where you don't have to use so much seasoning in your mashed potatoes or anything you cook. You know, vegetable, if you kind of boiling it to get it going, like if you make potato salad or what have you, if you boil your potatoes in something. In my case, I use a chicken base or a chicken paste or bouillon cubes in chicken flavor. That just gives your potatoes some doggone flavor, and so when you bite into that potato, you got some flavor in it. It just don't taste like potato, and then you don't have to depend on your seasonings to season the potato through and through. Okay, champions, as you can see, they boiled down and my potatoes are done. I can chop them up with this spoon here. And it's going right through, so that tells me, see, look at that. Went right through. So that tells me that my potatoes are done. So the next step is we are going to drain them. Okay, champions, as you can see, I've already drained my potatoes and I put them back, washed the pot that they came out, that they boiled in, and I put them back in the pot. You can see they are still hot. I do leave just a little bit of that juice, that soup, or the chicken broth that I cooked them in the pot. Just a little, just for consistency and again, more flavoring. So I'm going to set you down. And the next, I've also added my butter. With this amount of potatoes, I just used a full stick of butter. So now we're just going to go ahead and we're going to get this butter down in here and put the potatoes on top because they're hot and they will easily melt this butter if I just put them at the bottom here and just let the potatoes sit on top. So that when I go to mash, excuse me y'all about that noise. When I go to mash, the butter will just go ahead and mash right on up. Now I'm going to be using some sour cream, and I'm using the Kroger brand sour cream. And I just pretty much make my mashed potatoes as I would if I was making a baked potato for myself. So I'm going to add, I got a teaspoon here. So we're going to do 1 dollop, and we're going to do a half a dollop. Okay? And look, do any of y'all, when y'all have y'all sour cream and stuff, do y'all keep the plastic on it and then put the top on top of the plastic on top of the top? Because I don't know, we can't seem to get away from that in our household. I just want to know if we the only ones that do that or if everybody does that. Just something I wanted to add. But yeah, anyway, so then once I do that, I go in and I just stir that up. I just stir it up and get it mixed up in there. Okay, because we hadn't even gotten to the mashing part yet. Okay, so now I'm getting ready to take my handy duty potato masher or masher, because I mash a bunch of stuff. I mash all kind of stuff with this thing, not just potatoes. And I'm just gonna mash. Okay? Now you see they still hot. But I just get them mashed up to get them going. Okay? Now, I'm also going to add some milk. Regular old vitamin D milk. And again, when you add liquids to your stuff, start out with a little, and then you can always add more. But if you put too much in on the front end, you can't take away the extra product. So then we're going to mash that all up together. And potatoes, when you mash and making homemade potatoes, you want to get them mashed. Homemade potatoes are not supposed to be lumpy. They're supposed to be smooth. So we just mashing. And as you can see, they're coming right along. So at this point, I will add my seasoning. So again, I'm going to add a little sea salt. Now you got to remember when it comes to adding your seasoning, you done boiled. I done already boiled it in the chicken bouillon. So that itself is salt. I'm going to add some pepper. And then I'm going to add some chives. Chives. C-H-I-V-E-S. Okay? And we're going to, oh, see, I hate this little thing. This is what I always end up doing. We're going to add our chives. And it just depends on, you know, what you like, how much you like. And then I'm also going to add a little garlic. Oh, here it is right here. I'm looking for the garlic, y'all. I'm going to add a little garlic. Okay? And then I'm going to mash this all up. Now, they kind of stiff. And it's a preference. If you like your mashed potato stiff, then you like your mashed potato stiff. But I don't like mine all. See, that's too stiff for me. So I'm going to add a little more milk. Okay? And then we're going to continue to mash. But you got to be careful when you add liquid because it'll fly all over the place. Girl, sometime I come out this kitchen after I done finished cooking, and I'm weighing everything I done cooked. You know, and I stir it around because it's mashed. So now I can stir it and get everything mixed all up in through there. And you know, if you don't eat all your mashed potatoes, and let's say you put some in the refrigerator, and if they seem to be a little stiff or a little hard, add you a little more cream. Now, I'm going to tell you a trick. I also add just a little bit of heavy whipping cream. Just a little. That's all I need. And what that heavy whipping cream does, it kind of like helps that consistency out a bit. But it also gives it a little bit more added flavor. But I don't add a whole lot. Just a little. Y'all saw how much I put in there. And I would say, you see how they come into a peak? When your mashed potatoes come to a peak, you see how they come into a peak? You can put them to a peak, then they're ready. So now let's taste these little babies and see what they taste like. See how they come to a peak? They ready. Look at that. Mmm. 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 That's perfect, y'all. I don't need to add anything else. And I got homemade mashed potatoes that come out no box. Sorry for that noise, y'all. So, as you can see, champions, that's it. There's my homemade mashed potatoes. So, let me show you what I cooked for dinner. I just want to show you what I cooked for dinner today. I made beef roast in gravy. We have homemade Mexican. And we have homemade mashed potatoes. Okay, guys, so you have seen me make these homemade mashed potatoes. And that's it. Now, I know you saw my beef roast with that gravy. So let me know down below if you guys want the recipe for that. I wouldn't, like I say, I'm trying to keep it simple and easy. So that's why I really haven't done any meats. But if you guys want to see meats, specifically that beef roast recipe, just let me know. Comment down below. Comment down below and let me know, and I will push that out for you. In the meantime and in between time, champions, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a most wonderful and blessed day. And until next time, smooches. Oh, yeah. And by the way, if you like cooking with Dawny Wawny, hit the thumbs up button. Thumbs it up. Thumbs it up. If you want to see more videos like this, and also subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, y'all, because I'm really, really, really trying to keep you entertained. So with that being said, smooches.